Hey friends, welcome back to Ball Homestead. Today we're just going to do a garden harvest and I'm going to show you all the goodies we get from one day in the garden. So let's get started. Here are some of our orange Roussellinis, and I have really been using these at work for salads. So we're going to get all the ripe ones of these, and there's a bunch of them. This is just one little section of these. We have a whole other area. We did have a little hornworm damage on this, but I did find the little bugger and get it off. There's a few here. All right, let's move on. Look here at our little picking. Here we are inside the green bean tunnel and we have a bunch. So we're going to take a quick minute and pick these green beans. Some of these that are way too big, I just kind of throw down there, so maybe they'll volunteer next year. It doesn't take long for green beans to get too big. If you miss one and you go back, then in a few days they're way too big. Well, it might be okay. We'll throw it in there because it had a good snap to it. They kind of feel hollow if they're too far gone. My goodness. When I said these things were starting to put on again, they are starting to really put on again. I think that's all I see. We'll have a nice mess for the weekend, or I will can them. I may just use these for fresh eating. I love fresh green beans. They're so yummy. I keep seeing some. Every time I think I'm about done, I see more. Now, we don't pick green beans daily, but we pick them a couple of times a week. We put up a ton already, and you know, these will continue throughout the fall as long as the vines stay alive, and as long as we don't let a bunch of them go to seed, they should be fine. Because whenever a plant, something goes to seed on a plant, it feels like it's created its seed and it will stop producing. So any of them that I know are too big, I try to get off there like that one and throw down, because you don't want it to kill your vines. That's what I've always heard anyways. So we're always very careful, or try to be, to not let anything go to seed. All right. Looky there, guys. We got a nice mess of green beans. A nice mess, and I still keep seeing green beans. They really started putting back on. All right, let's go to the next step. Here is our China Jades, and these are an amazing cucumber, amazing producer. I have a drawer full of these in the house, and I have been giving the excess ones to our pig because she absolutely loves them. And it's free food is the way I look at it. We have been eating cucumbers for months and months, and I like to give her a treat, and she loves her some cucumbers. So just one picking on that, and we got 5 cucumbers. We got a bunch of tomatillos picked. I thought my camera was on, and silver slicers, and a few Romas. So we're gonna go over here and pick some more tomatillos, tomatoes, and see what else we can find. Some of our tomato plants are really looking blighty, but we're just gonna ride it out and get what we can get from them. All right, I wanna talk real quick about this little melon. This is called a Minnesota midget. These are absolutely delicious. They taste just like a cantaloupe. They smell just like a cantaloupe. And I have enjoyed 2 of them already. So this is number 3, and our vines are loaded up. So I'm happy about that. We're gonna go on to the peppers now. These peppers right here, amazing. They're those lunchbox peppers. They're so good. Couple of green beans right there. I'm not really seeing much here, but we've got okra behind us, and then we're gonna move up to the top garden. We plant burgundy okra. We grew this from saving seeds from last year, and we will just throw this in our freezer bag, and we'll just keep collecting it till we fill that bag up. Trying not to miss any, because I guess I about did. And had one almost too big. I'm only gonna pick this red Fresno chili here, because that means it's ready. We have some Tabasco peppers here that's starting to turn. I'm not picking these because I don't want to get burned, but we have these, what are they? They're not ghost peppers. Anyways, they're super hot, and I don't want to pick those. So we're gonna get back over here to the upper part of the garden and pick some more tomatoes. You see me throw some down, they're split or really smushy. I just leave them out here for the birds. gonna back y'all up so you can see the big tomatoes. Here we have a ton more tomatillos. We're gonna pick those. Look at this beauty. It does have one little spot on it, but we can cut that out. Isn't that beautiful? Let me get this one on this side. I'm trying to get these tomatoes that are ripening before the rain we're supposed to get, because it will cause the skins to split, kind of like this one has. It's still fine to eat, but we've had a lot of little pop-up showers and that causes these skins to split. All right, tomatillo time. Ooh, that one's rotted. I'll throw that to the chickens. They'll enjoy it. Okay. Any little split ones. All right. I'm not seeing as many over here as I did over there. That one's mushy. I'll pick it off. Yeah. It's not ready, not ready. There's one. All right. We're gonna move down here to the There's end. A bunch here. I've already made 2 big batches of salsa verde, so I'm giving this to my daughter for her to make her family some salsa verde also. That one's been eat on. I gave her some, last week I think, a bag full, and we'll probably have close to the same amount as we did last week. You want the paper on these to split, and then you just pull that off, and something's been in this one, so we're gonna toss that one. But you got a beautiful little tomatillo in there, hiding out. All right, there's a biggie. These are purple tomatillos, so they have a purple anthocyanins in them, and there's a worm in that one. Looky there. We're gonna toss it too. All right, now to the rest of the peppers. We have a variety of peppers in here, mostly jalapenos, but we also do have some poblano peppers. So we're gonna pick some of those because some of these are getting huge. Our peppers have just done outstanding this year. Outstanding. I'm so behind on putting up peppers, it's crazy. But it's just time. I do have a bunch in the fridge I need to work up, and I'm gonna do something with them soon. Look at that berry. Oh, look, it has just, look at this. See the bees over there in that middle of the stuff there? Alright, let's check these peppers real quick and see if we have any there. These were a little bit behind the others because we planted them later. But we're getting peppers now, so we're probably gonna get a ton off of these. They are loaded up with jalapenos. I did plant some habaneros in here, but I'm not really seeing any of those. But this has actually turned into a food jungle at this point. All right, look at our basket. It is crammed full again. And this time of year, the garden doesn't get tended to like it should because we're both wore out and it gets hotter and things just don't get taken care of like they should, just like my herb garden. Even though it's beautiful still, it's got a lot of weeds in it. But look at this beautiful vine that I got at Sarah's Nursery in Magnus, Arkansas. It has outdone itself. It's so beautiful. My dahlias, they're still blooming. They look really pretty. Got a bunch of weeds in there, but I've got all kinds of calendula I could pick. All kinds of feverfew I noticed earlier. It's blooming. And everything just looks gorgeous. All right, here is our harvest. We got a bag full of big tomatoes, cucumbers, a bag full of peppers, a pile of green beans, a bunch of cherry tomatoes along with Romas, and a bag of tomatillos, our little melon, and a few okra. Anyways, thank you for stopping back by our homestead. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.